Hello and welcome everyone to the world of SEMStar online classes. I am Shubham Chopra, social science teacher. Students, in this video, I am going to discuss your first chapter of economics, that is the story of village Palampur. Now the purpose of the story is to introduce some basic concept relating to production, and this we will do through a story of a hypothetical village called Palampur. So students, first we are going to read the introduction of this village Palampur, and then we will discuss some factors relating to production. So the first introduction. Now farming is the main activity in the village Palampur, whereas several other activities such as small scale manufacturing, dairy, transport, etc. are carried out on a limited scale. Now these production activities need various types of resources, that is natural resources, man-made items, human effort, money, etc. Now this village has about 450 families belonging to several different castes. The 80 upper caste families own the majority of land in the village. Their houses, some of them quite large, are made of bricks with cement plastering. That means the Pakka houses. The SCs or the Dalits comprise one third of the total population, that is 150 out of 450 families are of SCs and live in one corner of the village. In the much smaller houses, some of which are of mud and straw. So most of the houses of the SCs or the lower caste people are of kacha house, are made up of mud and straw, and they are kacha house. Now most of the houses have electric connections. That means electricity is available in the village Palampur. Electricity powers all the tube wells in the fields and is used in various types of small businesses. Palampur has two primary schools also and one high school. There is a primary health center run by the government and one private dispensary where the sick are treated. So this village is a well equipped village having electricity connection as well as schools and health facilities. Now Palampur is well developed and connected with neighboring villages and towns like Raiganj and Shahpur. The story of village Palampur is imaginary that will allow us to know about farming well. Now there are two types of activities in Palampur which are carried out by the people of village Palampur. They are, the first important activity is the farm activities which are carried out by the majority people in Palampur, and second the non-farm activities. So first we are going to take up the farm activities, which is the most prominent activity carried out by the people of village Palampur. First we are going to read about the organization of production. Now to carry out production and to produce what we want, we required certain factors of production. They are, first, the first requirement is land. So students, land is the most important factor for production. That is, without land, agricultural activity cannot be carried out. Second requirement is labor. Of course, labors, without labors no activities can be performed, so labor is also very important. Third requirement is the physical capital. Now this we will discuss in the slides ahead. Now physical capital is of three types. So the physical capital is been divided into three different categories. First, the fixed capital, second, the working capital, and third, human capital. Now first, land. Land, the first requirement is land and other natural resources such as water, forest and mineral. So to carry out agricultural activity we need land. With land we also require natural resources such as water, forest and mineral. So it will be impossible to carry out any activity without land, and especially the agricultural activity. Now, labor, the second most important factor. Some activities require fully qualified workers and highly educated workers to perform necessary tasks. Now, some activities require only workers who have physical capacity, but in every activity, labor is vital. So, to carry out any kind of work, we required labor force. Now, labor force are basically classified in three different categories, that is the skilled laborers, that is the highly skilled. Then we have got semi skilled laborers, labor with some knowledge and skills. And then we have got unskilled laborers, means laborers who can only perform physical activity. So, for carrying out agricultural activity, we required laborers with physical capacity. Now, that is why labor is vital for any kind of activity. Now the capital. Here comes the capital. First, physical capital has been divided into three different parts, as I have told you earlier. Fixed capital. First, fixed capital. Now, tools, machines, and buildings can be used in production over many years and are called fixed capital. So, students, capital basically means investment here. That means to carry out any kind of production activity, we required some assets. Now, assets are divided into two parts, that is fixed assets and working assets. Now, fixed assets means tools, buildings, machines. Now we have to invest once in physical capital, and these capitals are used for over years. But it requires huge investment. That means a lot of money is required to purchase fixed capitals. Now, tools, machines, and buildings, these are called fixed capitals. So, tools and machines range from very simple tools such as a farmer's plow to sophisticated machines like thresher, harvester, tractors. Now, the sophisticated machines also include generators, turbines, computers, etc. So, these machines or the fixed capitals actually required a huge investment. So investment is required once in physical capital, and they can be used over the years afterwards. Now, physical capital, talking about the working capital. We have read about the fixed capital. Now it's time for working capital. Now, the production requires a variety of raw materials like yarn used by the weaver and clay used by the potter. Also, some money is always required during production to make payments and buy other necessary material. So, students, for carrying out any production activity, we required some money in hand or the cash in hand to purchase raw material on day to day basis or daily basis. So, this money which is required on day to day basis or daily basis is actually known as the working capital. Now, we required certain amount of money for everyday expenses. That means to pay to the labor, to purchase raw material, we require money, and this money which is in our hand and which is at expense for every day, it is called as or termed as working capital. Now, raw material and money in hand are the working capital, as unlike tools, machines, and buildings, these are used up in production. So, for the production for carrying out production activity, working capital as well as physical capital is required in combination. Now, one more capital is also very important for carrying out production work, and that is known as the human capital. We can also say this the fourth requirement. We will need knowledge and enterprise to be able to put together land, labor, and physical capital and to produce an output. These days, it is called the human capital. So, every production is organized by combining land, labor, physical capital, and human capital, which are known as factors of production. So, let me explain you what is human capital. We are going to read about human resources in detail in the next chapter of your economics, but let me tell you in short that what is human capital. Now human capital is basically those human who are skilled, who are healthy and well educated and skilled, and human resources are basically responsible for utilizing the natural resources which are available in our country efficiently and judiciously, so as to maximize the output and to reduce the cost. That means we required brains, we required skill to increase our production, that is to increase the quality, to increase the quantity of production, to reduce the cost of production. For this purpose we require people who are skilled, who are highly educated, and who can manage all these other resources efficiently and judiciously. For that purpose we also require human capital. So student, in this video we are going to learn till here. I'll be back with the farm activities in the next video. Till then, keep watching, keep learning.